Finally got back situated, man. So, I decided to kind of like just heat things up. So, like I was saying before, she has the video with how to prepare for a raid. So, like, I'm pretty interested in what she's gonna say. It's actually kind of a quick video. So, yeah. Let's get my girl up here, man. So this is if you've never seen her before, this is Morgan Davis. She's a hemp lawyer, hemp and cannabis lawyer out of Raleigh, North Carolina. So, but she knows like a lot of different laws, like across, you know, what I'm saying, various different states. So, definitely want to tune into.
Public service announcement from Davis Legal. How to prepare for a law enforcement raid if you're in the hemp industry. Hey, I'm Morgan Davis. I'm a health and wellness attorney based in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's talk about how to keep your business protected and thriving. If you're a wholesaler, a distributor, a manufacturer, or retailer, enforcement scrutiny is on the rise pretty much everywhere. Let's talk about how to get your business ready so that if if the police come knocking, you know what to do. Stay cool, calm, and collected. 1, you need to know what the law is, right? We have to start with a baseline. You need to know your local laws, your state laws, and the federal law. I'm hoping if you're in the hemp industry and you're operating one of these businesses, you know your federal and state laws. If you do not, please call legal counsel immediately. If you're concerned about local laws, also local legal counsel will help you with that. But you can also educate yourself by looking at your county's website, the Register of Deeds, or the Chamber of Commerce. Most of the time they'll have a business section with helpful news announcements and press releases, etc. If you live in a small city, then make sure you're looking at your city ordinances. All of these can hold important information for you, especially if you're a retailer or a wholesaler. Step 2, document everything. There's a lot of documentation in the hemp industry that you can have to show that you know, or at least have a lot of information to make you believe that the products you're selling are legal under both federal and state law. 1, if you are required to have a license, have a license. Have it on available and at hand at all times for you or your staff in the event of a raid. 2, have a copy of the licenses of whoever you're purchasing from. So let's say you're buying your flower through a broker. If possible, get a copy of the license that is associated with the cultivator who grew the flower. If the broker has a license, get a copy of their license. Keep those things on hand.
Ain't gonna lie, bro. She kind of like ate with that one because like I know a lot of the times, even with myself, it's like if I want certain type of wholesale accounts, like they're gonna ask me for my license. They're gonna ask for a copy of mine. You know what I'm saying? But I've never actually thought about asking for a copy of theirs. To be honest with you, so I'm kind of glad she brought that up.
3, certificates of analysis. All of your products that contain THC or any other cannabinoid derived from hemp should come with a certificate of analysis. All of them. Depending on the type of product, whether or not a certificate of analysis is good, recent enough, specific enough, or contains enough information is very dependent on 1, the product type, 2, your state laws, and 3, the kind of business that you're running. So it requires a bit of a deeper dive, but you should at the very least have a certificate of analysis for every single product that you're offering. If you buy products and it does not come with a certificate of analysis, you should send the product off yourself to obtain one. Maintain internal standard operating procedures and compliance documents. So you as the owner or the operator need to know where you're buying your stuff and if it's compliant or not and where the document.
I'm gonna just say with the certificate of analysis, it's like, bro, that's not too hard to do. like I know for me, right, like just how quick it is just to pull it up, bro. It's like there goes one right there, bro. Certificate of analysis, bro. Like not hard to get. You should be able to, like, I know for me, like I can print any one of them out at any given time based on the vendor that I use, you know what I'm saying? And anybody who ever comes and gets certain stuff from me, like they know like they can get their paperwork at any given time, bro. Like usually I just attach it to it um to each individual sale. And that's kind of just like the best way to do it. On top of like some other paperwork that I actually keep. I don't know where it is right now, but yeah, like normally I have like some type of like letter just saying like, hey, to law enforcement, blah blah blah. But you can find them. They're very easy to obtain, so it's pretty much no excuse to not have it.
Documentation for it is, but so does your staff. And they need to understand how to obtain it in your absence, how to maintain it, and how to make sure that what you're buying, your purchase order, matches what's arriving, and that what's in the package that arrives meets all of your compliance regulations. So, for example, in the state of Florida, the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services has a lot of regulations about what products need to be labeled with to be sold in the state of Florida. If you are a hemp food establishment that buys products and then resells them, when those products arrive, your staff needs to be trained on how to look at the products themselves and to know whether or not it's going to be a problem in an FDAX inspection. If law enforcement shows up, stay calm. Don't freak out. It's understandable to be nervous. Pretty much everybody's nervous when law enforcement is around. I'm a lawyer. I get nervous when I get pulled over. It's just part of the deal. Do not argue. Do not interfere. And do not try and call your lawyer and say, make them stop. Speak calmly. Ask to see a warrant. And if you're a staff member whose operator isn't on site, ask to call your manager or operator. If they won't show you a warrant, if they put you in handcuffs and ask you to sit outside, again, comply. We can deal with all of that stuff later. The last thing you ever want to do when law enforcement shows up, with the guns and the handcuffs and the, armored vehicles and all that kind of thing, is to be aggressive or even be perceived as aggressive. Once they're finished, immediately contact your legal counsel and talk to them about.
Most people feel that part, bro. They get offended, they get aggressive, they start talking out the side of their neck. Next thing you know, it's a personal vendetta against you. Not really, but shit. I mean, it may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know it. I know it's not gonna help you at all. Like, in any situation I've ever been in with law enforcement, bro, I've never like raised my voice. I've never yelled, kicked, screamed, like none of that. Now, there's been moments where it was just like they try to play friendly, and like you have the right to remain silent and just goddamn basically do nothing. Like, so I'll just shut down the conversation. I'm just like, bro, I'm not helping you do shit. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, I don't have to say that. I'm just gonna literally just not help them do shit. Like, I don't have to say it though. Like, you saying it, being like, man, fuck you, I'm not gonna help you do shit. Like, that's not gonna help you, bro. Just chill, bro. Just don't say nothing, bro.
About exactly what happened and take their advice on your next steps. Preserve any of your security tapes. Make sure that you have extra copies of your documents in case all of your documents are taken. It's an unfortunate part of the industry that we all operate in right now, that we are on a very thin line between what is criminal and civil liability, right? Hemp changes from legal hemp to illegal marijuana the second that it goes over 0.3% delta-9 THC concentration. Not something you can see, not something you can smell, not something that is readily available to you if you're selling products. But it's a reality of where we operate. So, part of that, a reality, is law enforcement. Be prepared. Don't be one of these folks who isn't prepared and unfortunately has none of the documentation they need and acts in a way that ends up with them calling me from jail. Let's not do that, guys. But if you have further questions about what you can do to manage your risk and prepare for potential enforcement, give us a call. We'd love to help.
Yeah, bro. And that's a wrap, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed. I don't know what I expected her to say. For real, for real. I don't know. I guess I was like expecting like some movie type of what's the boy from Breaking Bad? Like some call Saul type of like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Like I'm expecting her to be like, yo, and then take the duffel bag and hide it in the but nah. That was a good video though. Very informative. Very straightforward, like I said. Level headed. Exactly how you should prepare for it to be honest.